Welcome back to the Lone Road iRacers podcast. I'm your host, Guy Robertson, and today we have a jam-packed episode for you, whether you're a rookie just getting started or a veteran chasing time perfection. Today's topics are all about enhancing your iRacing experience. We'll be diving into the most popular third-party apps for both the new and the seasoned iRacers, and then shifting gears to talk about what happens to our bodies during those intense racing sessions and how we can all recover like a pro. So buckle up, folks, this is going to be an exciting ride. We're kicking things off with the best third-party apps every iRacer should know about, from essential tools for rookies to advanced features for veterans. These apps can truly transform your racing experience. We're going to start with rookies, and here are some must-have apps to help you get the most out of iRacing as you are starting to learn your racecraft even. Number one is Crew Chief. Crew Chief is like having your personal spotter and race engineer right in your ear. It provides live audio updates about your surroundings, like gaps to other cars, track conditions, and even pep talks. And there's even a sweary version if you can find it. And the best part, it's completely free, though donations are encouraged if you love the app. It's perfect for building your situational awareness and staying focused on the track. And I flick between Crew Chief and the digital race engineer or Dre for my main spotter. Then there's the iRacing setup sync. So are you struggling with car setups for the open races? iRacing setup sync lets you download community shared setups that are often created by experienced drivers. It's completely free and a game changer for rookies who want to focus on driving rather than tinkering. Just remember to test these setups in practice sessions so you're comfortable with them. The car will handle totally differently than the iRacing setups, and you've also got the fuel and tyre wear to think about as well. Then you've got RaceLab apps. Now, I am lost without RaceLab apps. My setup must have RaceLab apps on it, or I seem to lose focus on my races. I've come that used to having iRacing Labs support me with real-time data. So RaceLab is a one-stop shop for customizable overlays like live timing, track maps, various 2D and 3D versions now, and fuel calculators. There is a free version that offers plenty of features, but upgrading to the premium at €5 a month or €50 a year unlocks even more advanced tools and more customization. If you're new to racing metrics, RaceLab is an easy way to level up your game, and that's definitely one that I would strongly recommend. Virtual Racing School or VRS. VRS is the ultimate training platform, with plans starting from $6.99 a month. You get access to telemetry, video tutorials and setups created by top sim racers. It's like having a coach walk you through each corner of the track. And can't we all do with that support, during our off-track or off official races to get better. And finally, for the rookie section, it is trading paints. Now, I've got my own trading paint site, and I'm not gonna quander on about it. However, this is what makes iRacing so popular. The visual aspect that individual car liveries bring to the service and the community is second to none. Without that, it'd be boring if iRacing just gave us a black car, a red car, So this is one app that I would highly recommend. before anything else, really. So for those who want to stand out on the grid, Training Paints lets you download custom car liveries or create your own. It's free, but if you want to be a painter, there's a pro version that is going for around $15 a year. Training Paints Pro lets you add reflective and metallic effects to your designs. Customization has never been so easier. Rookies, these tools will help you feel confident and competitive on the track. So I suggest you just type some of those into your search engine on Google or whatever your internet search provider is, and go and give them a try. Like I said, there's free versions of all of them. Now moving on to our veterans. We're going to talk about the apps that veterans swear by, tools that give you the edge with every 10th of a second and where it matters. We're going to start with SimHub. SimHub is a powerhouse for creating custom dashboards, overlays and even tactile feedback systems. There's a free version, but a €10 donation unlocks the full version. Veterans love the ability to customize every detail to suit their specific needs. Our second app for veterans is iRacing Force Feedback Enhancer, or in abbreviated to IRFFB. IRFFB takes your force feedback to the next level, especially if you have a high-end wheelbase. It's completely free and provides a more immersive, precise feel. Now, I've never used this app at all. I have no experience of it, and I've not heard anything on other podcasts about it as well. So if anybody does go and give it a try, please drop me an email to let me know what what is your feedback. Is it worth getting or not? I don't know. Our third app for veterans, Joel Real Timing, or JRT. If you're serious about strategy, JRT's advanced telemetry tools are a must. For $25 a year, you get features like delta comparisons and tyre wear analysis. It's perfect for endurance racing and competitive leagues. Then there's another one I've not heard of, Z1 Dashboard. Z1 Dashboard is an all-in-one telemetry tool with live timing, pit strategy calculators and more. Plans start at $25.99 a year, and it's a favourite amongst serious racers. Now that's another one that I've never heard of. So again, if you have experienced it or you've got it, drop me an email just to let me know how it is working for you and is it worth purchasing. Final one is the Digital Race Engineer, or DRE. DRE is a voice-activated assistant that lets you control in-game functions like pit stops and fuel adjustments with simple commands. There's a free version that I use and I have got no issues with it whatsoever. Then there's upgrades. The next level up is a €19.99 as a one-time purchase, and it's invaluable for hands-free control during races. So that means you can ask it something and it will tell you through your headset. Veterans, if you're not using some of these tools, you might be leaving performance on the table. So go and give them a go. That ends our first topic on today's podcast. We'll be back after a short break where we're going to talk about what happens to your body during a sim race. Now we've covered the apps, let's shift gears to a fascinating topic. What happens to our bodies during intensive sim racing sessions? Believe it or not, sim racing can have physical effects similar to real-world motorsports. Even though you're sitting, your heart rate can skyrocket during a race, and I'm sure we've all felt our hearts pounding as we sit on the grid, your first pole, or when something has gone severely wrong in a race and it was your fault. Resting heart rates are usually between 60 to 80 beats per minute, but during a high stakes race, it's not uncommon for sim racers to hit 100 to 150 beats per minute. It's all thanks to the adrenaline and stress of competition. Basically, your body's fight or flight response kicks in, as if you were in a real car or being chased by a large man-eating dinosaur. Adrenaline sharpens your reflexes and focus, but it also leaves you feeling drained afterwards. And that's why we all have that moment of, that was exhausting. High cortisol levels, the stress hormone, can linger and impact your mood and energy. And sometimes we feel that as we go back to family life, shall we say, and you're still a little bit wired, if you understand what I'm saying about that. You feel intense. Muscle tension is another common issue. Gripping the wheel tightly and staying laser focused can cause fatigue in your forearms, shoulders, and even your legs. If you have poor posture, back and neck pain can creep in as well. And we touched base a little bit on that during last week's podcast. Sim racing demands constant multitasking, from monitoring lap times to avoiding collisions. This mental workload can lead to cognitive fatigue, especially during those long sessions. So the secret is knowing how to recover after iRacing. Now, how do you recover? I don't know. Sometimes for me personally, I'll go and have a walk around. I'll go and fill up my water bottle, for example. I'll go and speak to the wife or the family for a few minutes just to change that mindset from intense racing to being a normal human being once again. After a race, consider sitting quietly for a few minutes to let your heart rate return to normal. Light stretches for your neck, shoulders and back can also help relieve tension. And like I said earlier, we covered that last week. Even if you're not sweating buckets, racing can dehydrate you. So drink water or electrolyte-rich drinks and snack on something healthy to replenish your energy. Deep breathing exercises or meditation can help lower cortisol levels. If that's not your thing, a short walk or relaxing activity can also work wonders. Sleep is crucial. Avoid racing too late at night and give yourself time to wind down before bed. Stretching isn't just for the race. Incorporating yoga or mobility exercises into your routine can also prevent long-term issues. And we talked about physical fitness last week as well. Regular cardio and strength training can improve your endurance and recovery, making those long stints behind the wheel more manageable with ease. So our bodies go through a intensive workout through every race. Now, some races are obviously more intense than others. Some races give us the raging feelings inside, as well as the adrenaline as well. So, as a human being, that's probably our most optimized, ready to fight for our lives moments, which our bodies have still got inside us, and that's what makes us a human. So think about the stresses that you're putting your body through. If you're already feeling stressed before an upcoming race, maybe if you have time, take that 20-minute power nap. Go and find a quiet space, do a little bit of meditation to try and envisage what the race is going to turn out like, to put you in that correct mindset where you can be successful rather than being stressed before the race, because you can't perform effectively while you're under those stress conditions. So think about your health and well-being. We touched base on this during last week's podcast as well. It's very important for us, the iRacers, to perform at our best during the hobby we love. Well, that's it for another podcast, listeners and viewers. Hope you're enjoying the podcast. I know this is slightly shorter these days. I'm still looking for a co-host. I'm still looking for guests. And I'm still looking for topics that you, the listeners and viewers, are interested in. So don't forget to drop me a line. Don't forget to share the podcast with your fellow iRacers, friends, family, anybody else who's interested. I'm trying to bump the audio one up to get 100 listeners per week. We've been at close to 100 listeners a few times, but I'd like to get that cracked in 2025. So I appreciate your support to help me push the podcast along. Until next week, folks. Stay safe out there on the track. Happy iRacing.